The Calm Turtle and the Storm. A story about courage, wisdom, and staying calm in difficult times. In a peaceful forest, beside a long and gentle river, there lived a small turtle named Milo. Milo was different from the other animals. He was not fast like the rabbit. He was not strong like the bear. He was not clever with words like the fox. Milo was slow, very slow. Because of this, many animals underestimated him. "Why are you always walking so slowly?" the rabbit asked one day. "You will never reach anywhere like that." The deer laughed and said, "Life moves fast. If you stop, you lose." Milo listened quietly. He did not argue. He did not feel angry. Instead, he smiled and continued moving forward, one small step at a time. What the others did not know was that Milo had learned something very important in life. Whenever something went wrong, whenever he felt afraid, whenever a problem appeared, Milo would stop. He would take a deep breath, and he would think carefully before acting. One afternoon, the forest felt strange. The sky slowly turned dark. The wind whispered through the trees. The air felt heavy. Milo looked up and noticed the clouds. "They are moving fast," he thought. "This does not feel right." Soon the wind grew stronger. Leaves flew through the air. The river, usually calm and friendly, began to rise. A storm was coming. The birds screamed and flew away in fear. The deer ran deep into the forest. The rabbit jumped quickly, trying to escape. Everyone was panicking. Everyone, except Milo. Milo stopped walking. He closed his eyes for a moment. He took a slow, deep breath. "Panicking will not help," he said softly to himself. "I must stay calm." He carefully observed his surroundings. The trees were shaking. The river was growing wider. The ground was becoming wet and slippery. Then Milo noticed something important. Near the riverbank, there were large rocks. Between them, there was a small cave. "It's not perfect," Milo thought, "but it can protect me." Slowly and carefully, Milo walked toward the cave. Just as he entered, heavy rain crashed down from the sky. The storm was stronger than anyone expected. Rain poured endlessly. Thunder shook the ground. The river overflowed and rushed into the forest. Logs floated wildly. Trees fell with loud cracks. The forest was full of danger. Inside the cave, Milo stayed still. His heart was beating fast. He felt fear creeping inside him, but he remembered his habit. Breathe. Stay calm. Think. Hours passed. Then Milo heard something. A weak voice. "Help! Please help me!" Milo slowly moved toward the cave entrance. Through the rain, he saw the rabbit, the same rabbit who always laughed at him. The rabbit was standing on a floating log, shaking with fear. The water was rising fast. "I can't swim," the rabbit cried. "I'm going to drown." Milo felt scared. He was small. He was slow. But he knew one thing. If he panicked, both of them would be lost. Milo looked around carefully. Near the cave, he saw long, strong vines hanging from the rocks. An idea formed in his mind. Slowly, Milo pushed the vines into the water. "Grab them!" Milo shouted. The rabbit reached out desperately and held on. Milo pulled with all his strength. His muscles burned. His shell felt heavy. But he did not stop. Little by little, the rabbit moved closer. Finally, the rabbit was safe inside the cave. The rabbit collapsed, breathing heavily. I thought I was strong," he whispered. "But I was wrong." Milo gently nodded. The storm continued. Soon more cries for help echoed through the forest. The deer was trapped between fallen trees. A small bird had lost her nest and could not fly. Even the clever fox was surrounded by rushing water. One by one, Milo helped them. Sometimes he used vines. Sometimes he used flowing branches. Sometimes he simply guided them to safer ground. He was never fast. He was never loud. But he was calm. And because he stayed calm, he made wise decisions. When the storm finally ended, the forest was silent. The sky cleared. The sun slowly appeared. The river returned to its peaceful flow. The animals gathered around Milo. The rabbit lowered his head. "I always believed speed was everything," he said. "But today, your calm thinking saved my life." The deer spoke next. "I ran without thinking. I panicked. You showed us another way." Even the fox smiled and said, "True intelligence is not just thinking fast. It is thinking clearly when fear appears." Milo felt warm inside. He did not feel proud. He felt grateful. From that day on, the forest changed. When problems appeared, the animals no longer panicked immediately. They stopped. They breathed. They thought. And whenever they felt afraid, they remembered Milo, the small turtle who taught them a big lesson. Life will bring storms. Some storms are loud. Some storms are quiet. But if we stay calm, think before we act, and face challenges with courage and wisdom, we will always find a way forward.
Story, messages, and life lessons. Message of the story. This story reminds us that life is not always about speed or strength. When problems come, panic often makes things worse. By staying calm, thinking clearly, and acting wisely, we can face even the biggest challenges. True courage is not rushing forward without fear. True courage is remaining calm when fear appears. Life lessons. Staying calm helps us see solutions more clearly. Thinking before acting can save us from danger. Wisdom is more powerful than speed. Even small and quiet people can make a big difference. Challenges are easier to overcome when we face them with patience and courage. New vocabulary from the story. Beginner, intermediate friendly. 1. Stay calm, meaning to remain relaxed and not panic. Example: when something goes wrong, try to stay calm and think clearly. 2. Panic, meaning a sudden strong feeling of fear that makes you lose control. Example: if you panic, you may make bad decisions. 3. Challenge, meaning a difficult situation that needs effort and courage. Example: every challenge in life teaches us something important. 4. Wisdom, meaning the ability to make good decisions based on experience and knowledge. Example: wisdom helps us choose the right path in difficult moments. 5. Courage, meaning the ability to face fear and difficulties bravely. Example: it takes courage to stay calm during a storm. 6. Patience, meaning the ability to wait calmly without getting angry. Example: with patience, even small steps can lead to success. 7. Observe, meaning to watch carefully in order to understand something. Example: Milo stopped to observe the river before acting. 8. Act wisely, meaning to take action after careful thinking. It is better to act wisely than to act quickly. 9. Overcome, meaning to successfully deal with a problem or difficulty. Together, they overcame the storm. 10. Underestimate, meaning to think someone or something is less important or less capable than they really are. Example: the animals underestimated the turtle because he was slow.